How you doing, everybody? Randy Richard in the shop. I've been a little absent lately on the video side of things. Sorry about that, you guys. A lot of work going on with the job thing. But my situation has now changed with the job thing, so I should have more time for shop stuff. And I'm taking a couple weeks off here from the work thing. And we've been doing a lot of stuff here in the shop. We've been working on my son's truck a little bit. He modified his bumper. We modified another bumper for somebody else's truck. A little bit of that. And I got a few other things here to show you in the shop. But first, Bar Z Bash. I just got the new shirt on right there. There's the back. And June 24th in Rancho Cucamonga, third annual YouTube Bar Seed Bash. You should contact Stan. There's probably some spots left. I understand there are. It's going to be a good time. Lots of YouTube contributors are coming this year. Phil from Canada is coming down. Phil's Projects. Pierre from Pierre's Garage. Colin Chapette from Compadjex is coming. John Mills is coming over from England. Bruce Whittam is coming from Australia. Emma Ritson from Australia. And all those flunkies here from California are coming. Maybe not all, but quite a few of us. You know, and Adam is coming, of course. It'd be nice if Lyle can make it out this year, but the way it sounds, he's not going to be able to make it. So we ought to put together a campaign and help Lyle come on out, just like kind of like John did. You know, maybe he could put out some T-shirts and we could all buy some and help him fund a trip out here. Bar Z Bash is a fun time to meet contributors and meet the fans. It is just as much fun for the contributors. At least I find for myself. I enjoy meeting the contributors, and I enjoy meeting the fans. It's just a fun time. I think all the contributors enjoy meeting the fan. I call them fans, viewers, whatever you want to say. Everybody's a part of it. It's a good time had by all. Lunch is catered. I think it's Famous Dave's this year also. And but check out Stan Bar Z. Shaden HKW is Stan's YouTube channel. He has some updates. He just did one on the bash. From there, you can find out about getting a hold of him and all that. I'll find a link and put it on the description part of the video, or put it right here in the video. Well, what have I been doing? Boy, so many things. Excuse me, I picked up another one of these, a scale for the tailstock, and I just actually just yesterday that I come up with an idea how I want to do that. So I'm gonna have to draw that up a little bit, and I'll get to start making that. I've been working here on some X-Carb stuff, and working out. I'm gonna do something like Keith did, and he made for his new lathe there. He made some wiper covers for his carriage. Well, mine are pretty banged up. They're aluminum. They're castings. So it's taken me a few tries, and on the X-Carb here, there's a few more tries. And I'm learning. I'm doing Fusion 360. So I'm learning Fusion 360 at the same time in the design of this to get it to be the right size and everything. I'm just doing one of them right now, but I'll end up probably doing all four, kind of like Keith did. So mine are obviously different than his. Having a project when you want to learn a software program is just the only way to go. A project that you're interested in and a project you want to get done. Whenever you're learning, whenever I've taught myself AutoCAD years and years ago. AutoCAD, I think 11 was my first. AutoCAD 10, I think it was where I started learning AutoCAD. And having projects is the only way to learn software. Whether it's building a database, writing a Word document, Excel spreadsheets, whatever it is. I always found that projects are the best. So we'll start with a piece of Delrin, and we're going to make some weight covers, and by doing that I learned the program and learned the software. I've been using AutoCAD Inventor here for quite a bit now, over a year, year and a half. And that has been a really big help, learning that and then going into Fusion. Fusion is very similar, how it works and everything, except it has the cam and stuff. That's pretty interesting. And I'm venturing into even the 3D printing side, a pattern that we maybe 3D print. Whether it's going to be I might even just print these also, other than carve them. I'm also going to mill them out and carve them on the X-Carve, but possibly might do some 3D printing to see how those come out. I don't have a 3D printer, but I have kind of a little bit of access to one. Let's see, I got a whole list here, actually, of things here. My Suburban tool grinding jig needs a handle. It's an older one. It's the WG6L. I picked up on eBay. It's in really good shape. I've taken it apart, cleaned it, of course, and I still need to. I just made a pin for the stops today. Did that, but I need to build a handle for it, so I'm still doing that. I'll show in this video. My son bought a Hypertherm plasma cutter. Very nice little unit, very nice. And I opened the box, and because he was away at work, and so I had to open the box. I'm going to show you real quick. I did a reposition of my DRO on my Logan lathe. Now I use the iGaging AccuRemote DROs on there. And also Al Bassett, who sells the Blue DRO system, offered to send me a Blue DRO. Well, I received that the other day, and I'll show you what I did with that, installed that. I am very impressed with that. I literally unplugged my scales, plugged it in, powered it up, the Blue DRO unit. I picked up a Nexus tablet off of eBay, an Android one. It's an older one, like $45. But it works great, it's perfect. And also the only thing I'm using it for is for the display readout. And I threw it up, connected it Bluetooth, and it works. Did a little calibration, and awesome little deal. Awesome. I'm just absolutely amazed how nice that is over using the little readouts that the AccuRemotes come with. One fellow, Robert Ackerts, I think that's his last name, Robert. I'm sorry, butcher your last name. He sent me a photo. He made a digital scale on the lathe using a caliper, and he sent me some photos, so I'm going to show those. I have some a little bit of tooling tips, which you can use, or how you can use some turret tooling on your lathe without a turret. Colin Chapette is putting out a t-shirt campaign. Check out his t-shirt for Comp Edge X and get one of Colin's t-shirts. Dovetail cutters and scribes. I still have a few scribes left, 9 or 10, I can't remember, left, brass ones. So if you want a scribe, email me. Large dovetail cutters, you can order those anytime you want, or the small dovetail cutters anytime you want. I usually make them as they're ordered, type of thing. So there's a few days, sometimes delay when I get a chance to make them. And I try to make a few extras, but sometimes those disappear pretty fast. So I sometimes don't have them in stock necessarily, but I will make them very shortly after I get an order. So email me for the details. So here's a small one. That's 1/2 inch shank, about 940 diameter head. This one hasn't been milled yet. This is a large one, so you can get an idea of the comparison. This is 1.230 approximately diameter head, 5/8 shank. And I've made the larger one with different size shanks, 16 millimeter, even down to 1/2 inch. I wouldn't go smaller than 1/2 inch. But I say you can custom it. It doesn't change the cost any. It's just because I make it at that time you order type thing, and whatever I need to make, I make. Anyway, so this is the comparison on the sizing and stuff. So if you want a small one, order up. These are very nice, you guys. These come out really sweet for a smaller dovetail cutter. 60 degrees. Both of them are all 60 degrees. I'm going to try to bring some to the bash. I'm going to try to bring some scribes to the bash. I don't think I'll have enough time to build a big batch of scribes. I'll have some with me at the bash. I might even bring some special ones, some stainless ones, and if I have time to make a few of those up. On with some stuff in the video, and I'll catch you in a week or so with hopefully some machining stuff and things like that. Alright, thanks a lot you guys, and we'll be catching you later. This is the Suburban Tool WG6L pin grinding fixture, and I have a pin set up in there. It has a V-block, and that's adjustable with a little keyed here. But you gotta tap it around. I am thinking almost of maybe making something to make this a little more adjustable, a little easier. It's got threaded holes on the faceplate to mount different fixtures or blocks or whatever you want to do to hold something down here. On the back here, it has a couple of stops that you can adjust around the periphery here. And then the handle, there's no handle for this, so that's what I need to make is a handle. Then there was a pin here was missing for the stop to hit against. These are a little bit adjustable, so you move it. And so I made a quick, nice little pin there, hardened it up. Came out really nice. Some W1, and it just goes right in there, and that way it has a stop if you're just turning an arc, have something to hit against. Yeah, so anyway, like I said, this little unit, but it's in really, really good shape, and especially after cleaning it up a little bit, it's just really nice. Hope to put that to use on the old surface grinder a little bit. UPS came. This is a box opening. I'm going to open Hypertherm Power Max 30 XP plasma cutter. Oh wow, man, that thing's tiny. Very nice. Nice case for it. Instructions and nice manual there. Nice set of gloves. Torch. Wow. Look at that. That is the coolest little plasma cutter. Look at that. 15 to 30 for setting. On-off switch. Air connection. So there we go. We got that. The 110 connector. The 220 connector. And they're attached with a twist lock, 30 amp twist lock, and the straight bladed 30 amp plug. Now you could also just use a twist lock, a 110 twist lock adapter. Nice little unit. I think this is a 20-foot lead for the torch handle. Very well made for as the handle goes. A little ruggedness to it. Strain relief there so you don't get a kink. And your ground lead. Nice strong spring on that. That's nice. And it comes with a little kit with a few of the consumables. And then we also picked up the Hypertherm XP consumable kit, which has a full set of tips and that are, consumable tips and connectors in there. That way we got some consumables right away. And I think we're just about ready to go there, really. Nice carrying strap. Hypertherm Power Max 30 XP. Nice little unit. Supposed to be one of the best. Off and cutting here. We'll get it going here pretty quick. So this is my Logan lathe. This is the carriage you're looking at. Now before I had mounted a AccuRemote DRO on my compound. and on my carriage. Now the carriage scale is mounted down off this plate here in the back. The scale for the compound I had mounted on the side, and you'll see in many of the videos, you'll see this cover was in here. Now that cover protected it from hitting with the tailstock, right, coming in, but it was also interfering, you know, with the tailstock getting closer, but it was also interfering with the turret. And so when I was using turret on here, I would have to take this off and to get this out of the way. So another YouTuber, actually, Steve up in Canada, he showed one time how he had mounted his scale up underneath the compound here. Now only this forward portion of the compound up here has the dovetail to fit on the compound on the top of your carriage here, right? This is just this is all one piece casting, but this is just a cover that goes out over. So what I did is I made a little steel mount here with tubing and a piece of plate with a hole in the back here to mount the reed head on, and then the scale goes up underneath, and with a little aluminum block and one screw, I've mounted the little aluminum block. Has a set screw in it and pinches on the end of the scale, holds the scale tight, and then the screw goes into the block. I'm not going to take it all apart now here to show you, but this was a pain in the butt to do, just to get that right. I also milled a little flat area underneath this so that when the scale goes in and out, the scale stays flat in movement and is not at a slope, because this was not a flat base. So I had to mill just a small area under here. So there's a little aluminum block up in here above the screw, and then this is solidly mounted on here, and this goes out over that. I have about 5.5 inches of travel on here, and it goes all the way until the plate, the little block hits the plate there. That's about it. But this works really well, and it's out of the way now. I also have a little mod coming. We're going to be using Blu-Dro Val Bassett's for the readout display. I have my readout display is mounted right here in the box, as you can see up here, along with a tachometer in this box, and the readouts are here. We'll be getting rid of those and using his Blu-Dro Bluetooth system. I think that's the plan, at least. So I just wanted to show you a little bit quick here what I did here. This took me a little bit to do. It took me a day to do this, getting everything just so it aligned just right and mounted. But it sure works well this way, and it's out of the way. So here's a little setup trick. There's turret tools out there on eBay a lot of times. Now this turret tool I made, but it's similar to many ones that are out there, and I have a 3/4 shank on it to fit my turret. But this is a boring bar holder for an AXA with a 3/4 hole. Goes right in there. I have my tool already set for use in the turret. All I got to do is put it on here. This is a radiusing tool. Boom, adjusted the height a little bit, and I'm ready to go. Nice little complement to a boring bar holder. I can put a bunch of different tools I have for the turret in there. and just use them just like they're on a turret. Yeah, a little closer you can see the setup there. Now if you ask me what I'm making a very custom scribe for Danny Metzger up in Alaska, and this scribe is going to be given away at the in the raffle at the Bar Z Summer Bash 2017. So you could actually win this scribe. It's, from what I understand, it's going to be with a set of Stan's squares. So it's a kind of a special one that's coming out of the shop. So I have an upcoming projects that I'm going to do for videos and such that I've been working on. But one thing I need is some octagon stock, preferably a tool steel that I can heat treat. This is a 1/2-inch star drill. Now this one is actually a Craftsman one. They're fairly old. This one's kind of beat up. But star drills, a lot of them were made of octagon stock. Today they're made of hex stock. I have found that finding octagon stock, especially in tool steel, is virtually almost impossible. I found one site that they indicate they have it, but it's a special order and it's going to cost a fortune. I'm not willing to pay that much. So I'm looking for some star drills that I can cut off and use this portion for. If anybody's got any octagon ones, I want 3/8 octagon. That's what I'm looking for to make some project stuff you'll see later on. Thanks a lot.